As we come to this almost last Sunday of the church's year, we need to realize that these stories are not just about the end of the world. Everything we see comes to an end. All things end. And this is not some kind of injustice. It's what happens in the world. Whatever takes place, earthquakes, famines, persecutions, they're never what they seem. So we need to find a point of view about pain and suffering because we all have to reckon with it. Pain of human existence can't be taken away. Pain serves to warn us of danger. Pain is a symptom, and without symptoms, it's not easy to diagnose problems. Our culture is groggy because of our instinct to look for some kind of narcotic, or we look for someone to blame, to lash out. We want to have it out with the guilty one. Or we try to camouflage healing and turn it into feeling sorry for someone, which often invites them to see themselves as a victim. Or we might just try to distract someone from their suffering. But they never face what's really happening. Or we can invite someone to compare themselves to someone else who is worse off, as if pain can be measured and compared. Or finally, we might say to them, there's a lesson here that you need to learn, as if suffering is there to teach us something. The real challenge is to find a way to comfort those who are suffering and to find comfort and to see that suffering is not a terminal point, but it's a point of departure. In fact, comforting the afflicted is one of the spiritual works of mercy, to learn how to speak to the broken heart, and it's the most difficult of all the works. It can help to look at the cross. The cross of Christ is not a final act, nor is it an accident along the way, but it shows us the true face of God. On the cross, Jesus says, it is complete. Comfort only comes about when the process is complete, when the missing part is found, when we discover the complete meaning of this road that we're walking on. True comfort comes about when we seek the peace that God wants to give us, and that comes from a hope that's based on a promise. What is the thing that God has promised in the midst of our suffering? Can we finally come to see that God is still faithful? Can we rekindle the hope that's been crushed by disappointment? Can we see pain as a crossroad, not a terminal point? And it's at this point we need something to come to us from beyond. We need a voice, a message that can help us to see that the cross is a departure point. On the cross, Jesus transforms what seems to be an end, a tomb, into a point of departure, into a beginning. True comfort comes when we recognize and accept that our story is in God's hands, and God is the one who's going to help to carry it to completion. When we're conscious that the cross does not stop us from living, but opens up our vision. Truly knowing how to comfort someone who's suffering means having the memory of the resurrection. Suffering accepted always leads to an authentic life, a life that is truly beautiful because it's not simple, a life that is nourished by authentic challenges. A real, authentic human life experiences salvation over and over again as it travels between consolation and tribulation. Such a life produces the genuine hope that we need, a hope that only comes as a gift, a hope that shines a light on a path that shows us that in the midst of despair, we can still find and believe that life is still precious.